John with Cali Moto TV. Welcome back to the channel, welcome back to the garage, and welcome back. The 2022 BMW S1000 Single R is up on the lift, and well, she's naked, baby. She's naked. That's right, this is not video number 2. So if you guys are here and you guys are interested about getting the EvoTech Radiator Guard installed on your S1000 Single R or Double R, it's the same part. Thank you, BMW. I will tell you, we've already done a fairing removal and install. So if you haven't seen that before anything, go ahead and we'll link it up top and go ahead and watch that and then come back. This will be the install of the new EvoTech Radiator Guard. This part number is the same part number as the S1000 R. I think they put a -2 behind it, but it looks like it is completely the same kit. So you're gonna get the upper radiator guard, the lower oil guard, plus a few little bumps that we'll talk about where to install those. And of course, where we're working here, we're fully exposed, and you are going to be radiator guarding the oil cooler and the radiator. So very, very easy install. I'm gonna get the chesty cam on and work it for you guys. Should be, once you've got the fairings removed, fairings are about 20-30 minutes to remove the fairings. You don't need to remove the tank, by the way. So you're just removing both side fairings. Actually, I'm not even sure if you need to remove both side fairings. You may just need to remove the one side fairing to squeeze it in. But it's about 20 minutes, remove both side fairings, and get it installed. This should only take about 10 minutes to get installed, and then the fairing's back on. So you're looking at about an hour install for the radiator guard from EvoTech here on the S1000RR. So, or Single R and RR. So without further ado, let's get the chesty cam on and let's get this thing installed and show you how nice it looks. All right, so here we are, the EvoTech Radiator Guard. So you're gonna see in the package, obviously you've got your large radiator guard here, your oil cooler guard here, which kind of mounts up together here, okay? You'll find it in the baggie, you'll find these little rubber pieces, which are such pain in the butts, but we're gonna walk through how they install. You can see here, I've got them installed on the oil cooler side. A little bit of a pain in the butt. And then you're gonna notice they give you about 6 of these little tabs. These little tabs are just gonna go in to kind of give you a little bit protection guard against the cover rubbing against the actual radiator. So first thing you're gonna do is go ahead and install 4 of these on each corner of the radiator guard, the oil cooler guard. And then you're going to do 6 of them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on the radiator guard. All right, so there's no real easy way to put these in. I kind of played around with a couple different things. I found a small flathead and just kind of taking the back end and pushing it through worked the best for me. So you'll see we get it pushed through. And once they're through on the other side, you'll see that once they're through on the other side, there's the tab. So we're gonna try to kind of get them uniform down the side, but let's go ahead and spend 10 minutes and do this. All right, so we have 4 tabs installed on the oil cooler side, and on the radiator side, they actually show that there's 6 to be installed, 3 across the top, 3 across the bottom. I installed 2 here because I got 7, and I'm gonna put one of the little foam pieces right here for the one on the bottom, just to give it a little bit more spacing protection. But the little foam stickers that they include here, you're gonna take 2 of them and you're gonna install them right on the bottom piece here to kind of give it a little buffer so when it wraps on, it's nice and tight there. So we're gonna do 1 piece there and 1 piece here. So this will give us the install of down below here. Then we're gonna come up with it, and you'll see it kind of just sticks into place. And you'll see it's nice and secure. And then of course this goes on first, then we install the radiator guard. Now we are gonna have to remove the 2 bolts here and on the other side. So let's go ahead and get these 2 removed. All right, so it is also a T25, the same socket that you use to remove the fairings is the same bolt for the radiator holder. So we're gonna go ahead and remove this side. Then we'll move over to the other side, and right behind these hoses is the other one. So we'll go ahead and get this one removed. All right, so with that removed, you'll see the oil cooler is loose. That's fine. We want to keep that loose. We'll head to the other side and get the radiator guard on. All right, so on the radiator guard side, I am just going to grab one of these little foam pads and stick it right here, just to give us a little buffer here. So we're going to go ahead and grab this and get it. We're going to come up with it. So get it in here and lay it in. And you'll see at the very top here, there is a little bit of a clip. So once you get it aligned, that clip should just hit right this little tab on the top left and right of the radiator. All right, so you'll see how it kind of sets in on both sides. The radiator guard just kind of goes right behind that bracket on both sides. And then it's kind of loose. So now we'll go ahead and push this back. And when you push it back, you're gonna align the oil cooler and radiator back up. And now you're gonna install these bolts back in. So you're gonna do this one before you do this one. So we'll go ahead and thread this up through the radiator guard, back into the radiator, and start threading this in. So you'll see it's getting tight. And we're gonna leave it a little bit loose and head over to the other side and get that one tightened down. So on this side again, you're gonna push that radiator guard right all together, squish the oil cooler together, and start threading her in. All right, so both bolts are nice and snug. Now our radiator guard, you're gonna see, is kind of just snugged up here, and you're gonna see down below that there are 2 little screws which are included here. They are little, looks like a little 3mm head, and that is what's going to hold the radiator guard to the oil guard. So indeed it's a 3mm, so we're gonna go ahead and get this started. And we'll start both sides and then get this side in. And they line up really perfect. All right, so I've got a little Allen key just to snug these little 3mm up. I will say that the EvoTech bolts are notorious for stripping, so you want a nice snug fit before you snug them up. And once you're done there you go. So the top fits a little bit, it looks like the radiator's not quite as tall maybe, but it still fits pretty well. You'll see that there's not too much flex in there. Everything is nice and secure. And now we're ready to install the fairings. All right, well there we have it, installed. Very nice, very clean protection for your radiator and oil cooler guard. I will say, it's one of the first things we do on most of our bikes. We try to get it early on before we start to kind of mess up the radiators, but it's a very good mod to have. Radiators become very thin these days, and putting a rock through them is pretty standard. So let's make sure we've got protection on the radiator and the oil cooler guards. And now we're ready to put the fairings back on. So head over to the fairing video and watch the install of the fairings, and you guys are ready to ride. But stay tuned, don't go anywhere, because we are now going to be taking it all back apart to install our full header and exhaust system from SC Project and Aero headers. So stay tuned if you guys are interested in that video, and you guys are here right now in this standing of the bike. Now's an exact perfect time to put these headers on. So stay tuned, but as normal, hit the subscribe button, smash that like button, and ring the bell notification. It's gonna give you future notification of work that we've got here on the S1000 Single R. We also have an XR that we're gonna be putting a full exhaust and header system from SC Project on there. You guys know the Ducati Street Fighter is also getting an SC Project exhaust, so stay tuned. But thank you guys for sticking around. I hope this was helpful for the EvoTech radiator guard and oil cooler guard on the 2022 BMW S1000 Single R. But thank you guys again, and we'll see you next video. Bye, guys.